Welcome to Hey Clarity. I'm your host, Lindsay, and today we're doing a collective Akashic Records reading for the Virgo new moon solar eclipse. Before we begin the reading, I've got two announcements to make. One is that I've opened my books for fall to take personal sessions. So if you've been wanting a personal reading with me, now you can book it through my website, heyclarity.com, or you can just use the link in the description box below, and that will get you there. And the second is my new book, Mornings with the Dead, is now available for pre-order, and you guys are the first to hear about the pre-order. It officially comes out on October 20th, and I will leave a link for the pre-orders in the description box below. This is about my personal experiences with mediumship and my relationship with those who have passed on, how I've helped them, how they've helped me. And it's ultimately a book about hope. It's about losing faith in humanity and finding it again. And it's about how hard it is to be human, and that we have all of this support around us, the Akashic Records, those in spirit, to help us through hard times. It's 17 short stories and reflections on those stories, and then my personal experience with mediumship and why it means the world to me. So I hope you enjoy it, and I'm excited to share it with the world. So with that being said, let's get into our reading for the Virgo new moon solar eclipse. The questions that we're going to ask are, what is the energy of this new moon solar eclipse? How can we navigate it? What's eclipsing into our lives? What's eclipsing out of our lives? What story is unfolding over the next 6 months? And what's the most important message we need to know? Let's get into it. What is the energy of the Virgo new moon solar eclipse? We're having this lens adjustment, almost like a lens on our hearts, open heart perspective. And it's like a camera, and the aperture is changing, but there's like an eye on our hearts. It's this open, heart-centered perspective. Almost like this gauge is like opening for more love. It's seeing love, it's noticing love, it's receiving and giving love. So it's less up here in the mind, less in our heads, and more here in our hearts. That's the energy of it. They're like open, heart-centered perspective. How can we best navigate this energy? They're saying stay open to more love, like actively seeking and seeing love in the world, seeing love all around you, feeling the love in you, feeling sensations of love. It's like emotion. There's like sensual and emotional. They're just saying be open to more love. That's how you can best navigate it. Be looking for it, be seeking it. Expect it in the world. Like try to find it and create it. Give love, receive love. But there's almost like we're being activated. There's this activation and this catalyst that is making love more magnified. And it could be coming in the form of like extremes of just like, sorrowful, fearful, horrific events, chaos, grief. And it could come from like the most beautiful experiences of your life, the most loving, exciting, joyful experiences of your life. It could be coming from both places, but they're both leading to love, whether it's grief and hardship and adversity, or like harmony and beauty and this fulfillment and joy. They're both coming to love. So how to navigate is just be more open to it in those experiences. What's eclipsing into our lives? They're like much more, better love. What's eclipsing into our lives? This overflowing, like these waterfalls of love. Like we're regenerative in our giving of love. It comes from within us. It's our human nature. to love and be loved. It's completely natural. They're like, human nature is love, is to be love. And so it's coming online more. So what's eclipsing in? It's like, whether it's regenerating within yourself, or everything around you, or you're falling in love with the world around you and the places where you live, your friends, your family, your partnerships, new friends, new places. They're like old reconnections. Like there's like all this stuff that's happening, but there's just love all around us. Just this overflowing outpouring of love. What's eclipsing out of our lives? They're like fear, grief, and like sorrowful emotions and feelings. They're not totally eclipsing out, but it's like they're short-lived because they're met with love. It's almost like grief, like the front of your heart. Like, oh, there's this almost like a film or a block of grief right here, but it's pushed out by this waterfall of love that's just pouring out of your heart, overflowing outpouring of love. So like grief and sorrow and fear are more short-lived, and they are replaced very quickly with love. What story is unfolding for us over the next 6 months? What story is unfolding for us over the next 6 months? They're like a love story, duh. Like we're talking about love. There's love everywhere. Anything, anyone, everyone. Love, love, love. So it's like, they're like long-lasting life partnerships, marriages. Like we're falling in love. Underneath, behind the scenes of all the chaos and all the drama and all the wars and the violence and the horrifying experiences that we're witnessing, underneath all of that, we're falling in love, like very deeply. We're having very deep connections. And so this story it's playing out, it's unfolding over the next 6 months. Like we may be getting very serious in very deep-rooted, solid foundations of our relationships. Falling in love, again, our friends, deeper friendships, new or renewed, deeper partnerships, new or renewed. But they're like, expect more love. Expect to feel it, expect to give it, expect to receive it, expect to see it. Because it's almost being enhanced. Love is being so enhanced, whether it's through triggers, activations, these kind of like lightning bolt catalysts that are like horrifying, extreme, negative, but replaced with love very quickly, or enhancing the beauty and the harmony and the joy and the celebration of life and people and places. Either one and both, because we have the capacity to hold both. And they're saying you've been holding both. You know, you've been, over the past couple of years, we've been surprised that we can hold and have the capacity for these extremes of like extreme hardship and adversity, seeing things in our external world, but that are so horrifying, but then in our personal life, wonderful things are happening. And, you know, we've been maybe conflicted with like, whoa, how can I be this and this at the same time? And they're like, yeah, these are extremes, but you are capable of holding both. So our capacity to hold the extremes there's an expansion of it. And really like behind it all is more love. And like your human nature, they're saying your human nature, humans are meant to love. And we've been distant, we've been disconnected, we've been avoiding it. We haven't allowed ourselves the full potential of giving and receiving love for so many reasons. So they're like, in these long-lasting relationships that are incoming, they're saying we're building them on solid foundations. They're deep, they're raw, they're vulnerable, they're based on integrity and honesty and trust. And we're building foundations. And they're like, due to like the current events and current times, don't dismiss a connection or relationship if you're quote unquote connecting on like trauma bonding. They're like, there's this like psychological, like, I don't know, they're saying criticism or judgment around trauma bonds. And they're like, but wait a minute, like you need to go deep with people. Like you need to have these, serious life experiences and connect on those levels to build a solid foundation. So they're saying, don't judge like a connection with someone if you are connecting over current events that are very serious, right? They're like, there's just something about that being taught into us recently. We're like, oh, trauma bonding is like a bad thing, it's a negative thing. And they're like, in like some ways it is, but like right now, like with the world that we're living in, we're all needing to connect on this deep level. And so like almost like don't call it trauma bonding right now. We're connecting with people in like real ways, like real raw vulnerable ways, because they're saying like it's serious, like you take it seriously. And so you want to be meeting new connections where you are able to build that solid foundation and have that stability together, individually coming together. Individually you're strong, and then coming together you're even stronger. So I'm seeing like strong people, strong individuals coming together, and creating these very solid foundations. So they're like don't go into like trauma bond, think like, oh, you've been through that and I've been through that, and like, wow, like we are a match in how powerful we are now from our life experiences. So they're like, go forward and move forward with that. What's the most important message we need to know about the Virgo new moon solar eclipse? They're like falling in love and like calling it out and feeling these pulls to each other. If you are feeling the ping and the ding, like, the people, the places, like again, friends, it could be a place, it could be a person, like on so many levels, we're falling in love. And love is like, this abundance of love is like almost like overtaking the planet, in very like various ways of how it's, triggering us. But they're saying it's a calling, for more love. So if you are drawn to someone, or if you're drawn to a place or an experience or an adventure or something that just keeps kind of tapping you on the shoulder, or like, ringing in your head, like they're like, go for it, just go for it. And obviously like, initiating something, you want to, make sure when you're there with the person or whatever, it's reciprocal. But it's also like, there's a calling for a reason. Like we're supposed to be merging, we're combining. And it's like these two worlds are coming into one to create what's next. So they're like, don't fear it. But like, if it's something that's really like nagging at you, if there is a place or a person or something that you just cannot get out of your mind, they're saying it's for a reason. So like, give it a shot, give it a chance. And like take action. This is a call to action, movement towards love. We are following our hearts, warm, heart-centered people. We're following that. Follow that. Like let it light you up and let it bring you to more love, because they're saying much better, more love. Human nature, like our true human nature, is really coming online. So they're saying look forward to it and don't shy away from it. And don't get caught up in this commitment, non-commitment thing. Like they're like, commitment, there's something about that. They're just saying go for it. Like these are worthwhile connections and relationships. Kind of like no matter where they go for it. Cool. Anything else? What's the most important message we need to know? That's it. There's just this overflowing, overpouring waterfalls of love to look forward to and to follow. Cool. I like that. I'm excited about that. So that was the Akashic Records on the Virgo new moon solar eclipse. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.